What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is for Dreamerspro and anybody else that continuously complains about LeBron James being in the media cycle, being in the news cycle on ESPN, etc. Okay? Because all Dreamerspro and a lot of them dudes be on here, they keep talking about LeBron, they keep talking about him, they keep talking about him, because stop talking about him. Shut up. All that complaining, that whining, that bitching and moaning, go on somewhere else with that. Anybody that watches sports knows a pantheon great player is always going to be in a news cycle. Somebody, not a dude that's just good. A pantheon great, which LeBron James is. I know some of y'all talking about he not top 10. He only top 10, he not top 5. If you don't think LeBron James is top 5, you on drugs. You need to be tested, okay? Or either you need to be admitted into a mental institution or something like that, right? I know Charles Barkley don't got LeBron James in his top 10. Charles don't know what the hell he talking about. He's just biased to the dudes he saw, growing up. LeBron James is a top 5 player. Anybody that's a pantheon great is always going to be talked about no matter what, okay? I hear all the arguments. He ain't won nothing since 2020. He ain't won. Let me tell y'all this. Tom Brady went 10 years without winning a Super Bowl. He was always talked about. Always. Always. Him and the New England Patriots were always the topic of discussion. They don't have to win Super Bowls or nothing. They was always talked about, okay? Even in his last season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were not that good. They were not. They snuck into the playoff picture. They still was talked about, even when they was losing. Because he is a pantheon all-time great player. Okay? I make that point because y'all acting like this is something new. It's not. It's not. It's been plenty of dudes who are pantheon greats. They're going to get talked about no matter what. Win, lose, or draw because they moved the dial. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers ain't won a Super Bowl since God knows when. When was that? 2010? They was always talking about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Everything he had going on because he's a pantheon great player. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, in his days with the Wizards, when he was a shell of himself, they still was talking about him. Pantheon great player. Michael could have been averaging 10, 12 points a game. They was going to talk about him regardless because he's a guy who helped move the game forward. A lot of y'all don't want to recognize LeBron James as that, but he was carrying the league on his back as far as visibility, as far as being the face of the league for over 10 years. Right? He was the face of the league for the longest. The NBA still struggling to find an American face of the league for real. They still struggling to find somebody who's an American face of the league. American, and I say American because I'm sorry, the game only moves as forward as the American face. Basketball is a game started in America. It only gonna move forward and be as big as an American star. Some of y'all don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. We got great stars in the league today. We do, but they need an American face to keep the NBA brand excelling and continuing to rise. Okay, but for 15 years, LeBron was about the face of the league. They're gonna talk about him. They're going to talk about dudes who are pantheon. Like, that's not nothing new, man. For real, I don't know why y'all act like there's something new with him. They keep talking about it, keep talking. Bro, are you dumb? Like, come on, man. All that, just stop being silly. Stop being silly, man. Especially a dude, LeBron ain't averaging 10 a game. He's a Mount Rushmore player who's averaging about 25 a game. We ain't never seen what Jay-Z say, never been an N-word this good for this long. And when you in that realm, we ain't never seen an N-word this good for this long. You gonna keep getting talked about. You gonna get them headlines, bro. Because you know it and I know it. When you talk about LeBron James, the clicks, the views, the interactions all come. That's why Dreamerspro keep talking about LeBron James, right? LeBron, my favorite player. You know what I mean? I give respect to all the greats, though. But LeBron is my favorite player, but people talk about him that don't even like him because they know it's going to bring viewership. That, like all these other YouTube channels, even the TV networks, they're going to talk about LeBron James because they know that's what people want to hear. You can say you're tired of him all you want to, but it's the reason why they keep talking about him. If he wasn't that dude, if he wasn't a figure that was just really that magnetic, they wouldn't talk about him no more because it wouldn't bring in viewership. So that's what it is, man. They know them networks got to get paid. They got to feed they got to feed the public. Whether y'all like it or not, they're going to talk about him because he is a staple of this league. And again, he was carrying the league on his back for over a decade, well over a decade. I want to say 15 years. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Even in Kobe's prime, dude was still that dude. He was getting MVPs, getting league MVPs over Kobe Bean Bryant. Now y'all can say, well, Kobe was winning championships, right? Then LeBron James followed up with his championships behind Kobe's championships. You know what I mean? So, because a lot of y'all like to hate, well, Kobe winning championship, LeBron won. Man, listen, LeBron went and won his championships too. I don't care what nobody say. 4 championships. I don't care about, finals losses. Man, losses is a team thing. The only championship I really blame LeBron James really for was the one when they lost against the Dallas Mavericks, right? And ironically, that's the same Dallas Mavericks team that swept Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers, swept them in the first round, right? But anyway, I'm gonna just say this, man, like 4 championships is a lot more than a lot of other dudes ever had in this league. A lot more, you know, but people want to poo-poo it and act like it don't count. All that bullshit, that's hoe shit. Because if Kobe Bryant would have won the championship in the COVID year, everybody would all be clapping it and applauding it. If Michael Jordan would have won the championship in the COVID season, everybody would be clapping it and applauding it. When the shortened season, the 50-win season in the lockout year, I believe that's the year the San Antonio Spurs won. Nobody discounts them for that. Nobody discounts them for that. It was a shortened season and all of they had advantage over again. Nobody tries to put an asterisk next to that. In the COVID season, 2020 in the bubble, everybody was playing under the same conditions. And because Lou Williams and them said they didn't really count it, get the fuck out of here. The Clippers need every championship they could get. Anyone they could get. Dreamerspro and them, they all pro Clipper. Oh, Kawhi and them ain't won shit since he been in LA. They ain't been on a crumb. A goddamn thing. Matter of fact, a motherfucking thing. And I know y'all don't like that I'm cussing, whatever. You hear me? Because my kids in a room and they don't hear me talking like this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and even if they did, shoot, they know what time it is. They better not say what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, man, it baffles me that people just so shocked. Why do they keep talking about it? Bro, come on, man. Like, all-time greats always going to be in the discussion, especially when they're playing really good. In their later seasons, Tom Brady was always a topic of discussion because, dude, now granted, he won a championship like 2 years before. But at the same time, he was putting up outstanding numbers in Tampa Bay at an older age. You know what I mean? And like I said before, in that 10-year span when the New England Patriots didn't win a damn thing, people were still talking about the Patriots because he was an all-time great and people that already recognized him as such. You know what I mean? So it just kills me. Everybody acting like this is something new, man. When you a dude on Mount Rushmore, they're going to talk about you. Kobe Bryant, you know, he could be averaging 15, 14 a game. They was going to talk about Kobe because that's Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan for damn sure. Mike could have averaged 9 a game. They was still going to talk about him. It did not matter because of his stature, his status, what he accomplished over the years. LeBron James, a 4-time league MVP, 4-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA Finals MVP. You know what I mean? He like a 20-sometime All-Star, NBA all-time leading scorer. Why are they not going to talk about dude? At 39 years old, he averaging 25 a game. Come on, man. It makes sense to talk about dude.